Hello, church. So here's our devotional for Monday, December 8th. We are starting into our week of peace during Advent. So you'll notice the two candles that we have lit and the Christmas trees on just because I like to see them. So today we come into Psalm 124. We're continuing in our songs of ascents. We'll be starting with James Mays, who has some insight for the specific psalm. And he entitles his commentary on Psalm 124, Our Help is in the Name of the Lord. The fifth song of ascents begins, If it had not been the Lord who was for us, if it had not been the Lord who was for us, and then recalls a past the pilgrims would not have survived without the Lord's help. The song's concluding declaration is a corporate form of the personal confession of trust in Psalm 121, verse 2, and the whole is a counterpart to the earlier song. The danger from which Israel had escaped is depicted only with images and a simile. Waters that engulf or sweep away are a frequent image for personal and corporate danger. The image evokes the sense of a power before which one is helpless. Does the figure of a broken snare represent defeated Babylon from which the exiles return? The recollection is not composed to tell what happened, but to dramatize how great was the danger and narrow the escape. Therefore, the pilgrims declare, Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth, which should sound familiar to you from one of our previous Psalms. That is the positive truth they know, the confessional meaning of their choral recollection. In prayer, they had called on the name of the Lord, and the one whose name they had called had helped them. The epithet, maker of heaven and earth, emphasizes the absolute distinction between the Lord and the forces of human society and history named man. The people of the Lord are a community chosen and constituted by the Lord, and they live in the history that man makes by the help of the maker of heaven and earth. In the liturgy designed by John Calvin, one of the reformers, for use at Strasbourg and Geneva, the service began with the sentence, Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. Calvin chose it because he understood that this declaration said the truth about the congregation gathered for worship as well as any one sentence could. And our NRSV. Psalm 124, a song of ascents of David. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when our enemies attacked us, then they would have swallowed us up alive. When their anger was kindled against us, then the flood would have swept us away. The torrent would have gone over us, then over us would have gone the raging waters. Blessed be the Lord, who has not given us as prey to their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. And we hear that repeated phrase again, which Mays mentioned. And from the Message, Psalm 124, a pilgrim song of David. If God hadn't been for us, all together now, Israel, sing out. If God hadn't been for us when everyone went against us, we would have been swallowed alive by their violent anger, swept away by the flood of rage, drowned in the torrent. We would have lost our lives in the wild, raging water. Oh, blessed be God, he didn't go off and leave us. He didn't abandon us defenseless, helpless as a rabbit in a pack of snarling dogs. We've flown free from their fangs, free of their traps, free as a bird. Their grip is broken. We're free as a bird in flight. God's strong name is our help, the same God who made heaven and earth. So there's Psalm 124. We'll be back with you with Psalm 125, and we will catch you later. Have a great day and blessings. Bye-bye.